And that, I think maybe it was the last time that they played the morphing. It was into a Phantom Lancer as well as a Puck, Bane, Centaur, and Tiny. So a lot of lockdown there. Okay. But they ended up losing that game in 45 minutes. I'm trying to see if I can take a look at the playoffs. I mean, if they played it in the playoffs, they lost with it because they did get 2-0 in both series.
Well, they learned from that. They thought, okay, that was way too much lockdown to play this morphling. This game, not nearly as much. You got Clockwerk with the hook shot, beating Power Cog, Batrider with his lasso, but other than that, not a whole lot of lockdown for him. And
we'll see if that gives him more opportunity.
Yeah. It's just a matter of getting through this early game, but of course if you go ultra late, Phantom Lancer is king, and one of the reasons for that is he's got one of the best level 30s in the game. All of his level 25 talents are absolutely amazing, as go for his 20 talents here. Henzer, well, you go for the later you come back to the agility once you're very powerful hero, Phantom Lancer.
The thing with Phantom Lancer, it just feels like even if you shut him down and he gets that diffusal blade, like there's always a chance. Like he is not someone that you lose faith in until you get that diffusal blade and then you get blown out. Because you can have that one good fight and all of a sudden, well, Phantom Lancer had one good fight, he's back in the game, he's got the diffusal blade, he's ready to go.
Skylark dropping a little bit of BM, not that happy that they're power cogs. You may actually see the courier go down already.
So, tell me about these matchups too. First of all, you've got the Enchantress as well as the TA over mid trying to harass Gh, giving him a hard time. Lil is really up in his face with Impetus level 1. Then you've got Miracle who's shifted over. Oh, Gh! I think he's just gonna die for this. Why not?
Lil's gotta be
Lil
doesn't have very much armor or HP, but you do have a lot of movement speed, especially with these boots.
Ooh, Impetus shots, yeah, he's gonna get static link or not. Lil comes in.
Lil letting his gameplay from the talk.
I feel like for Lil's sake, somebody's got to come up with a voice line that's basically my actions spoke louder than my words, so he can spam that literally all the time.
That's. I love how we played that one. He just harasses them with the level 1 impetus. It is so strong right now. He has to be a little bit careful. He's got a lot of movement speed, but so does Clockwerk. Fortunately, Clockwerk did not get the boots first. That's a thing that I was seeing a lot of while I was casting the South American game that become more popular in these patches. Is you see these position 4s, even some position 5s. They grab boots as their first item because they want to move between the mid lane and whatever side lanes to harass. And Lil's doing that so well.
Yeah, and having that early level 2, he's got enchant available, which is not only great because, one, obviously you can enchant something. The slow early, I feel like, is so devastating.
The slow, being able to enchant creeps. Enchantress has an amazing kit. Like, it does so much damage now. If you're able to grab like a Harpy Stormcrafter, unfortunately you don't get it for a very long time, 30 seconds. You tip a joke among a couple players that you were playing a worse version of the Harpy Stormcrafter when you were playing Zeus.
Battery assault from GH, moving over at Lil, but that's not going to be allowed to happen as the Mud Golem turns around and throws a rock in his face, keeping him away from the Enchantress. Again, now they've got the Enchant, they've got the Golem wailing away at GH. Lil might want to be careful though, going into the hands of Kuroki and GH might be too much for him to handle.
Beautiful golem will split up to 2 golems after it expires, and of course he just chucks another 2 boulders at him, another 150 magical damage. It's gotta hurt. But yeah, pretty low on.
Not fun to deal with.
It just does so much damage, this impetus enchant combo, but again, he is going through quite a bit of mana doing this. Let's take a look at some of these other lanes. Even though I imagine top is where a lot of this action is going to be.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it. With Lil not only being around, but 3 heroes there for the side of Nigma. Mid seems to be pretty stable now that Lil is not in the mix, as well as now bottom. What I was trying to ask before, we kind of got caught up in the first blood of Gh, was that they swapped Miracle and Mind Control. Mind Control's sitting here bottom, as well as Skitter. He's here bottom. He's in an off lane. So both teams swapping their lanes. Who got the better of the musical lanes that both teams went through?
I think as long as, well, this answered the question for you, considering that Kuroki is teleporting down here to bottom. You don't want this Timbersaw to be harassed out at the first couple of levels. Ooh, speaking of harassed out.
Flame break. Yeah, 3 stacks of sticky napalm. They're chasing Spartan away. We Skitter to get hit by Whirling Death, but no kill there onto this Disruptor. You gotta still be careful though. 5 stacks of sticky napalm, now 3 on the Morphling. You let yourself get too many stacks and all of a sudden you're just gonna be chased and killed. And they look over, they get the kill on a Spartan. Look over at Skitter, who really needs to be careful because I just feel like once you get to 3 or 4 mark on sticky napalm sacks, you're yourself into a lot of danger.
Yeah, that's when you're stuck in the infinite, so to speak. Your movement speed is slowed down so much that you're just able to get more and more of these stacks off on you. His SSA Spartan comes back with full HP and full mana, and a salve, the Morphling. So they're not unhappy about his ally's death.
Joe backing off. He's right now he's actually got 2 Ironwood branches, an Order Venom, and a Quelling Blade going into a scoring and holding on to all that gold right now. Is there any contemplation away from this Soul Ring, or is he just holding the gold to buy out at once?
There might be a little bit of contemplation. I mean, there's not really tons of use of the items for maybe the Ring of Health with Health of the Gauntlets will give you a tiny, minuscule amount of HP magic resist. Very minuscule. Might just be thinking about it, but it's a super good item on Timbersaw, so yeah, might as well. The item pays for itself. It's like a poor man's Midas. Timbersaw.
Hopefully it pays off in leaps and bounds. Meanwhile, Lil, a little bit of revenge there for Weeha. As Lil comes over one too many times, he goes back to the well, and we'll end up dead, going silent for a couple more seconds. And Kuroki got a little bit careful on his positioning. Glimpse available as GH actually tries to just steamroll towards Spartan. He's gonna come back. They've got kinetic field. Kuroki taking a lot of damage. Skylar overwhelming odds for a couple of seconds, and the Fairy Fire is eaten there by Kuroki, but the overwhelming odds will hit a couple of creeps as well as 2 heroes, and they'll get the kill. Now into a duel onto the Phantom Lancer. This is not a damage. Skylar getting really aggressive with it, and Miracle,
he's got 10
turning his attention.
He's getting him out. Oh, okay, never mind. Not enough damage. That looked like it would have been a kill for Skylark right there, but apparently I can't damage that fast. I'll work on it.
It's the NA-math. We all get the excuse when we live here, and they had no idea how much he was going to hit for, so...
Not so good, educated.
Exactly. If you can do the math on the fly like that, come cast with me.
I'll play Dota if I can do the math on the fly like that. Play here instead of casting.
We're getting to about that 7.5 minute mark. Take a look over at the TA Bornea, and he's currently sitting second on the network behind his own Morphling Skitter, but he's doing a good job. And you know, sometimes you'll see a TA who not only duel comes out of Miracle. They get the victory and they get the kill. They only lose Spartan for this. The chase is on to Skylar, but he should be able to get onto this tower. The question is, how far are they willing to go? Gh takes a big chunk of damage right there. Now he's under the tower, throws out the rocket flare and thinks better of it, but here comes Lil. Looks over at Kuroki, throws the enchantment of the Bat Rider. It slows him down, but he's got no help in terms of damage output. And, well, they'll get the kill on Miracle. They'll lose the Disruptor, and they have a 1,000 net worth lead. Back to Bornea. What I was trying to say is sometimes you'll see TAs kind of get shut out of their lane, but one of the best heroes in recovering from the mid lane.
Yep. You're in a very bad place if you get to that position where you're very, very far behind. Again, I was watching some games yesterday where it was Death Prophet versus Storm Spirit. Death Prophet, you can lose that lane in CS. You're not that bad of a place where you can spam those creep waves as long as you watch out for that level 6. Storm Spirit, if you lose that lane super hard though, he's basically kicked out of the game. Top lane.
Still moving forward, everything is still in square. credit for that one. Waveform forward. Skitter keeping up as he's morphed into the Timber Saw, but he won't be able to do the damage. Meanwhile, now Lil dies over mid. Gh gets double revenge.
Deja vu right now, B-Cop. Feel like we've been in this place before.
I don't know if I have, but again, my memory is a little foggy right now. I haven't slept in a while, probably over 24 hours. I made the sacrifice to cover Chinese Dota. I'm happy with it. I mean, I'm not happy with the result, but I was happy to make that sacrifice. I don't know where I am. Deja vu? Never heard of it.
That second time it changes, it died over there in the mid lane. Sucks. I was about to comment on more playing the top lane here. It didn't look like Skeeter is nearly as good of a Timber Saw as Mind Control. Some of these Timber Chains getting up to him were rather short range.
Glimpse on GH, who was trying to steal an outpost. That's not going to be allowed to happen. They'll hold on to the outpost. They'll get the kill. Skitter gets credit for that one. He's sitting top of the net worth still, but only just behind is the Templar Assassin going Blink Dagger first, which is an interesting build for Bornea, because it's usually the Deso first item almost, I would say, 80% of the time.
Yeah, again, people want to go that Deso first because it gives you all that extra farming speed. It gives you all that extra pushing speed. So I'm not sure how I feel about this Blink Dagger first as well. He might change his mind once he gets a little bit closer to it, but considering he can buy the first Mithril Hammer right now when he isn't, the chance he just follows through with it.
Meanwhile, having the outpost over bottom allows aggressive mode to send Skitter down there to work on this 2-1 tower. GH makes the rotation. They'll also get a TP out from Gh, trying to bend this, and now GH comes in. The duel is out onto the Clockwerk, but this knight might not work out in his favor. He doesn't have any damage left to throw. So Spartan loses his life, as does Skylark. They'll look over for Skitter. GH, Miracle, and Gh are all here searching, and now they've got the hook shot because GH is level 6. So Morphling will be the third to fall in this trio of deaths.
Yep. Over there in the top lane, just sticky napalm onto the disruptor, dive him under tower, and there's, well, Timber Saw his Mr. Dive, especially in the early game, so no getting away from him.
Mind Control, I feel like he's been very comfortable up here.
Yeah, I mean, he's set up camp. He's here to stay, you know. 4 more years of Mind Control.
Man, he's just got to win that Iowa caucus. And he's up here in the top lane for 4 more years.
You love to see it.
Timber Chain across Skitter will be TPing over towards top because they've got Bornea nearby. Kuroki getting hit by the Meld Strike. One more shot will get the kill. They've also got the glimpse on the Mind Control. That'll bring him all the way back in the Kinetic Field. Static Storm will lock him down for a moment. On top of that, they'll get the duel and they'll get the kill. And it's a double there for aggressive mode on a 5-man rotation towards top.
Yep, and they just beat me to it. I was going to say it's not really worth it for aggressive mode to commit all these heroes to the top lane, which they're going to need to do to bring down a Timber Saw at this point. He's almost always going to have these max 24 stacks of his reactive armor because he's getting under the creep wave in the tower. And to rotate all your heroes up there is to create space for the rest of them. If they can snag themselves a kill on Kuroki when they're up here as well, it just makes it a little bit more sweeter.
Oh, Skitter again getting caught in a really bad spot, trying to get out of these spots as well as the battery assault. There's just no way out of the hands of Nigma, and now it might even get worse. Spartan, he tries to glimpse Mind Control back, maybe just saving his team in death. As it's another 2 kills here for Nigma, but still just a 1,000 net worth lead.
Yeah. He coming to Mind Control, so he brings his team.
Ooh, shot connects on the Skylark. Static Link once again. Cox push Skylark a little bit further away. The Platinum Field comes out. They don't have the damage. They don't want to dive under the tier 2 tower, especially with Gh low on mana. GH on the run from Bornea, and Heroes coming back up for aggressive mode.
Nigma deciding, all right, we're far enough up on the top lane. Let's rotate here to mid, maybe take the fight here. But it doesn't look like they want to give this up on aggressive mode, even though it is only a tier 1. Again, gives them a little bit more access to their jungle on the side of Nigma. Not ready to give that up quite yet. I do like how Nigma, I think they adapted faster than a lot of other teams in how they're playing the map once the shrines disappeared. They're not quite as willing to give up towers as other teams here.
H getting surrounded. 3 heroes bottom, waits for the skitter. That'll make it a 4th. They've got the duel out onto Weeha. The damage from Borneha as well as Skitter coming in with a waveform. Another duel victory for Skylark. He's got himself 30 duel damage just 15 minutes into the game.
The Borneha proving a strong Blink Dagger build is always going to be in a decent position with these duels because of it. Maybe it's less about making this the Templar Assassin game, more about making it the Legion Commander game. When you see the Templar Assassin come out and get that Desolator first, she's always going to be the star of the show. But with a Morphling on your team, Legion Commander at 30 dual damage at 15 minutes, I feel like you might be willing to take the back seat here. And this isn't just a Blink Dagger first Legion Commander. You got Bracer, you got yourself Drums, you decide not to just be a walking duel. Walking, press the attack, spell. Talking about.
So, do you even go Blink Dagger here? Like, is that your next item after Phase Drums, or do you have the, you know, so many ways to close the gap right now? And especially when your TA is going to get involved with having that Desolator, you have the slow from the traps that could be thrown out. You have the ability to make up the you know, space between you and whoever you're going on. Is it the Blink Dagger next for sure for Skylark, or would it be something different as he queues up the Blink Dagger, making this question sound stupider than it actually is?
Well, you can still ask things like that. Players don't always right away, well, they don't fully commit to the items that they queued up and shop. A lot of the time they do. But I do think Blink Dagger is one of those items that's nearly a must-have on the Legion Commander. Again, being able to gap that distance, cancel TPs, take people back on the duel. But I just saw myself short here, because SSA Spartan disappears.
They showed up to the wrong neighborhood, and everybody from Nigma was ready to go. That was just... Everybody was ready. He tried to glimpse. He said maybe I had a chance. And, well, yeah. Hook shot into the face of this Disruptor, and there's no chance that you're getting away from that one. Now, Borneha, Melt Strike comes in. He needs to be careful. The Impetus shots really do hurt, despite this being a support Enchantress.
And it took a lot of damage there from Borneha as well. Thankfully, he had a lot of reactive armor charges. Otherwise, would have lost quite a bit more HP. Templar Assassin disconnecting though. This is something that I was used to seeing yesterday, but a little bit surprised of seeing on these European servers.
Yeah, a couple of teams getting bamboozled by their internet providers in the South American region.
Yeah, apparently it was the worst rain 27 years in wherever Pain Gaming was.
Sao Paulo, I think, right?
They were playing out of. Active God not on their side for the Dota 2 qualifiers. He's pretty hard to play against, I hear. And
Mother Nature will do that.
One team out of Southeast Asia, I believe, disconnected and lost their spot.
I know Adroit and maybe IO had problems with their internet. Again, I just, you know, it's hard, when Dota mixes through the entire day and night, it's hard to just pinpoint everything that's happened, especially when I've just been traumatized by LGD failing to qualify for a close qualifier the second time in a row.
It is one of your favorite teams, right?
Ah, big Blaze fan over here. Don't know what you're talking about.
Forget LGD. Blaze is my new best friend, everybody.
They definitely played Mr. Steal Your B Cop as a big Blaze fan.
SSA Spartan trying to get control of his jungle again and his shrine for them.
A hook shot comes in, GH not allowing it. You killed me here one time once before, and now I'll take your life as revenge. A lot of revenge in these spots, and as you were saying, deja vu. Lasso came out for a second, but the press the attack was there. They'll get the 2 on a GH, and they'll grab the kill. So 1 for 1 so far. Mind control Needing to get down these stairs in a hurry. Skylark also, by the way, 40 dual damage. He is really building up a resume.
He's going to be pretty happy about this. Again, he opted not to go Blink Dagger first, but he's getting these duels off regardless, just because of the good positioning of teammates get damage out for him during the duels. And I think one of the reasons for that is this Templar Assassin always seemed to be random and always able to get on top of you because of this Blink Dagger part. Again, I do prefer the Desolator over the Blink Dagger as the first item, as far as it's not, but this isn't going to be the Bora. I think I'm butchering the name. Chat is going to laugh at me for it.
I don't know. I thought they were laughing at me, so you know, I took a glance over. I was like, I guess I'm getting it wrong. We'll see.
We'll see. It's one of the two of us. We'll both stick by our guns. They can only laugh at one of us, right? Surely they're not cruel enough to get us both. Anyway.
It might be, that's for sure.
But yeah, I definitely prefer the Desolator first build, but this isn't going to be the Templar Assassin show.
Although it feels like it could be, because he's picked up a Desolator and he's got the Imp Claw. So I feel like TA definitely has opportunities to pop off.
Yeah.
And now there is the Blink Dagger for the Legion Commander, so you have that opportunity to initiate with the Blink, get the Blink duel in there, Meld Strike it to follow it up, and all of a sudden it's gonna be a pain to fight against this aggressive mode roster.
Speaking of Templar Assassin, isn't she quite the hero that Clockwerk can hookshot in, cogs her, she can get hit by a static field, and then get blink out?
Balancing all things.
Balancing all things. Refraction is a very good ability. It used to be back in the day you could disable refraction by grabbing Orbit Venom. Stop myself short here.
Martin going down once again. Hiroki getting credit for that kill, though. Timber Chain across the bow of Lil, and now they'll give chase, but Skylark popping the drums to give them some space.
Lil trying to add a Phantom Lancer to his army. Aggressive mode. But I was just saying, at time, I spoke a little bit too soon.
Kuroki coming in, Borania getting the kill on a Kuroki. I was looking bottom for a split second. These kills are happening quick, and I am off the ball right now. But here's what I was talking about. Diffusal Blade coming out here for the Phantom Lancer, actually after the Mantis style. Sometimes you'll see like an all-in on the Diffusal Blade first if you find yourself too far behind, but they're actually up 4,000 worth. They've been afforded this kind of space, and now they're going on the Skylark. Double damage out on the Miracle, a lot of damage being done with the Legion Commander trying to run, overwhelming odds as well as the Static Storm kinetic field locking in two. Somehow Skylark escapes, and now they look over Miracle. He's in a lot of trouble, but hookshot comes in from GH. Miracle still nearby, but not dead just yet, as he finally falls to Skidder. Bornia soon to follow. Two heroes got on the side of aggressive mode. Skidder trying to run. Battery Assault doing work here as Mind Control moves forward. Timber Chain coming over. And Skidder morphing into the strength. Skylark also dead. Three heroes got on the side of aggressive mode. They've got the glimpse. Can they get Mind Control out of the hair of Skidder? Alright, well, the hair, the water of Skidder. Let's go with that. Wait for him into the trees, but still not out of the hands of Nigma just yet. And now he throws the E-Blade as well as the Adaptive Strike over to this Bat Rider, but it's not going to matter. They've got him surrounded. They'll get the kill, and they'll take out a fourth. It will go over for a second at Spartan. Could make it a fifth. I think Kuroki was looking to go onto the high ground with the rest of his team, but they got glimpsed back, and now he'll actually end up losing his life instead.
4 out of 5 heroes going down for aggressive mode. At the tail end of that fight, it was actually Razor chasing down Legion Commander over to these trees over here. Just trying to juke and drive around the trees, but unfortunately Razor way more movement speed than the Legion Commander. He's not able to get out of that, so not off cool. Juking around in those trees there. But a beautiful fight taking out the Nigma. He did lose a Phantom Lancer, it's a carry, but I think they sort of expected to have things like this happen. Again, they opted to go the Manta style first instead of the Diffusal Blade, and one of those reasons is so that you have easier time disengaging from aggressive mode.
It definitely seemed like the beginning of that fight, especially once they lost the Phantom Lancer, was a spot for them to win the fight. Where exactly did that fall apart? Because Skylark, he's low in that fight early, but when you take out the Phantom Lancer, one, he had a double damage, and he did most of his damage only over to Skylark. Like, where does that really start to fall apart for you for aggressive mode?
It was just the fact that you used so much to take down Miracle there. Again, he's gotten a more tanky build right now.
Look for a duel. Didn't get the distance needed, but meanwhile over top, we'll take out the Templar Assassin Miracle. He'll get himself a kill, and immediately they're TPing over to the outpost because they still want to fight this over towards mid. Weehaw goes in, and that may have been ill-advised. Right into the Static Storm, and Evo came through, so they didn't have the damage to get the dual victory, and Skitter just gets blown up by mind control. Weehaw ends up dead. They look over at Skylark. Timber Chainer cross once again. One more shot to get the kill. It's actually the battery assault that'll do it. Trying to get out is Spartan, but he gets cleaned up by Miracle. And things are really starting to fall apart for aggressive mode.
Nigma just starting to come full force at them all over the map. And yeah, you can take down one of these heroes on side, but they build these guys also tanky. Again, I feel like one of the reasons they opted to go this Manta style on the Phantom instead of anything else is you can actually get out of the static field and the kinetic field. The static storm and the kinetic field with the Manta style. You just Manta right through it. I know, balance in all things. Once he has the Aghanims, it's not going to be as much of a problem, but you're tanky on him. The Razor, Heaven's Halberd first, gets that extra evasion, and he's able to shut down that Templar Assassin for a couple seconds as well. So it's just all these factors that making themselves harder to bring down. The longer you can sustain these fights, the Clockwerk with Batrider on your team, you're going to wear down the heroes on aggressive mode. That's what's happening. They haven't been able to burst it. That's exactly what you want when you're playing Templar Assassin Legion. You want these fights to be very quick, you want to end them all within the first static storm. If you're not able to do that, then they can lose out on top.
Ooh, force that forward from Spartan on the low ground. The hook shot comes down from GH. Timber Chain out of the pit. Now they've left Roach to kind of heal up a little bit, but it's to maybe get a couple of kills here and secure the last couple of blows. They get the kill on the Spartan as well as Will. They look over at Skylark, who seems to have given up on his life here. And, well, he's dead as well. 3 heroes gone, now nothing to worry about.
So, on top of that Roach kill, you get 3 kills on aggressive mode. You gotta be pretty happy about that if you're...
Now, unfortunately, aggressive mode seemingly sticking to their namesake a little bit too much. Ebro gets thrown at this Batrider, but they've got the lasso to kill Skitter, also dead. Right as they kill off Roach and they pick up the Aegis, they're also killing a Morphling. This is 11,000 in the favor of Nigma all of a sudden.
Yeah, and let's just look at the gold charts and XP charts real quick. This is a very quick spike. This hasn't been a gradual change. Already, Dota Plus given a 92% win rate for Nigma.
Oh, Bornea might be in trouble. GH comes over. Technically, team wipe. They got the 3 kills over near the pit. Then they took out Skitter, followed up with a TA kill, and I'd consider that a full team wipe, losing absolutely nothing and gaining a second life.
You look at all these, he's playing so well right now. I think the only reason they're waiting right now is they're trying to get this part on the Phantom Lancer. He's a little bit away from it right now.
Look over at Lil, the hook shot comes in, and once again, Spartan is dead. He buys back immediately. BKB was popped by Weehaw going onto the high ground. They'll go after the tier 3 tower. Lil gets hit by the Phantom Lance, and well, see how well aggressive mode are able to defend. And they've lost the tier 3 and the base has been broken.
Part of Duras now complete on the Phantom Lancer. Bringing this guy down is going to be no small task. You do still have the damage for it, but again, you're going to need to commit so much that I don't think you're going to be able to deal with the rest of the heroes on Nigma if you bring him down. I'm not sure that there's much aggressive mode can do at the moment.
Is there anything they can do to save the game? They look over at Spartan again. He just bought back. A glimpse away Miracle, but it just seems like you're up against a rock and a hard place where you're now losing your second tier 3 tower and potentially your second set of racks if you don't make an aggressive move and try to defend your base.
I'm not sure there's any aggressive moves they can make. Any moves forward just result in all of them dying. This Phantom Lancer, again, he's got 3,400 HP. They showed how hard Razor was to bring down. They lost like, what, 3 heroes last time they tried to go on him, and that was before he's got this BKB. They've reached all these timings all of a sudden on Nigma, and before that,
got the lasso coming through on a Skitter. BKB's in the top tier by Weehaw. He's also got that clumsy net. They've locked him down long enough. Meanwhile, as I say, Spartan will end up dead. He brought back earlier in this engagement, so that means he's gone for 63 seconds with no buyback. They'll look over at the mid-center racks once again. 3v5, and yeah, you're damn right Nigma's going to try and dive and finish it. The BKB is being popped by Borneo. Is it going to be enough to even get a kill on a Weehaw? It doesn't even look like it. And now he blinks forward. Melt Strike comes in. He finally gets, but has he left himself in a vulnerable position? Cogs come through. Lil's dead off camera. Mind Control gets the kill there. Borneo now needing to retreat, but he doesn't have a BKB to work with. And they're going to keep up with this Templar Assassin. GG will be called by aggressive mode. Nigma take game one, just 28 minutes in, and it'll be capped by a full team wipe.
It was like all of a sudden Nigma just showed up. They reached their items.